GJ. GJ has been. I was waiting for a sell here since Monday, but GJ refused to give me that sell opportunity. So we can go to daily as usual and see where the market is coming from on GBPJPY. Go to daily, see where the market is coming from, and we are good to go. Basically, this was the major zone I was taking out on daily. The bullish move has been something else. So this is basically also a flip zone. You can see it's broke through, retested on daily, pushed up, created a demand zone which failed the next move. This demand zone failed the next move. So good. GBPJPY GJ retested. Now is testing this particular flip zone also. Testing this particular flip zone. You can see this candle. So this doji candle should be gravestone bar. Let's go to daily for 4 hour rather. And see the first high, the first high that failed to take out this high here, which is the flip zone. That's how it's reacting to it, how it's pushing market up. So basically we are bullish. We are very, very bullish on this pair GJ. Lowest points to the highest point. So this is our demand zone. Market still came to the demand zone. So this flip zone is within the demand zone area. As you can see, it's within the demand zone area here. So let's go. Okay, to cut this zone. So the next high you are looking at is this high. The market can take out this high. But this is a supply zone that we wait and see how the market reacts from this supply zone. This is a massive supply zone on what's it called, on 4 hours on GJ. Let's go to 1 hour and see exactly how the market moves down. Break a push up this zone. So down. This time around, it sold with the fair value gap. Sorry. Fair value gap. Breakdown. Break. Before the manipulation and the break to the downside here. So basically, this is the major target that you're looking at. So a break above this zone gives us a confirmation that we have continued with that the 4 hour is done with the retracement, because this is a retracement. The market reacted from the flip zone and is pushing up. So a break from this high will give us that confirmation that retracement is done and we are back to the initial trend, the initial bullish trend, which is, so we're looking at this zone 1. let's look and see if we're going to locate any possible demand zone here. The only demand zone is the one after the flip zone that the market pushed from. There's only visible demand zone. And this is a supply zone. So this supply zone must fail. It must fail for us to say that we are back. So market should break through it. Let me show you guys what I mean. You should get a break, a retest, then we can continue based on the confirmation that the market presents us with. But if this fails to play out, then you can see a sell confirmation within this zone. You can see a sell confirmation within this zone. So these are the two parts. We could also use our random number to see the major support areas at this pair. So as a major support, you can see this orange line also. You see a major resistance here, which might fuel the down movement. Then we can also see a major support area, a resistance area here, and this is the support. So markets should be able to break here, a retest, then a push up, or this zone fails, we get a rejection here. On the sell confirmation, then we'll target this yellow line, this blue line rather. So the round number, I use the round number for my target and also my stop loss most of the time. If you have been following me, you understand how the round number works for GJ pairs, for JPY pairs rather. For JPY pairs, you understand how the round number works. Yeah. So the two things I'm looking at is either we'll get a break above this a confirmation to buy within this box or a confirmation to sell. So this is basically the two parts I'm looking for on this pair. Confirmation to buy, a confirmation to sell. But I would be rooting for a confirmation to buy. A break here, a retest, then we'll definitely break this zone. Once we have the momentum, we will break this zone and we target this major high. But remember, there is a news regarding GBPJPY pairs. So when the news comes by 7, we will now know the major directions that the news is at. If the news is flowing with the initial direction of the market, or if it's flowing against the direction of the market. So this is just probability pending the news. So these are particular parts I've drawn is probably pending the news. So when the news appears by 7 a.m., then we will now know the next move or the next zone to follow. So let's look at the crypto pairs. Let's look at crypto pairs. Let's see. Let's start with the Godfather. Yeah, BTC is the Godfather. Yes. The market might be moving, altcoins might be moving smoothly. And the next thing you see, the Godfather tanks, every other thing tanks. So that is why it's always important to analyze your BTC before you're analyzing other pairs. Then also analyze your total, the total cap. After analyzing BTC and ETH, you can also analyze the total 3. Total 3 also tells you the direction in which odds are likely to flow in. So this is the last 4-hour break of structure on BTC. You notice I love playing in the direction of the market. It's more like a continuation trader rather than looking for reversals, because it has a better win rate for you to play the direction of the market than looking for reversal. That is break. You had a push break, a retest, another break here. In the push up, we are yet to get a retest for this break. And this break comes with a huge fair value gap. So, despite being a continuation trader, you should always watch out for major zones that the pair you're analyzing might likely react to. So you will know what you're doing. Major zones that might cause a reaction. We have 4-hour fair value gap. Then a demand. This is basically a 4 hours demand zone. This. So if you're expecting BTC to continue to the upside, you should be expecting a retest within this fair value gap or within this demand zone. Now let's go to 1 hour. If you understand better. So basically, BTC is bullish. I'll give you that. BTC is bullish. So we had this last break of structure here. So here. So you see that a healthy retracement is yet to be made after this move. So for us to get a healthy retracement, we should see BTC within this demand zone. For us to get a healthy retracement, we should see BTC within this demand zone. Yeah. If you look closely, you see that there is no major on 1 hour. There is no major demand zone here that is not mitigated. This one is not clear. There is no fair value gap. There is no gap. Nothing whatsoever. So you are looking for the right demand zones. So the only one we are seeing is this. Unlike what we saw in 4 hours. 4 hour gave us this demand. But due to the lower time frame noise and all, there is no major demand on 1 hour. So we'll go with the 4 hours. Yeah, we'll go with the 4 hours. So what we are waiting for is we're looking for just one thing. Looking for BTC to trade into this our zone, into this our 4 hour demand zone. Gives us a good confirmation. Remember, there are different confirmation entries. If you have been following me, you should know them. If you don't know them, then I should have one on the YouTube channel, Detradingpharm. I will check later. If I don't have, I'll make out time for a tutorial on that confirmation. So you can either see lower time frame change of character, inducements, blah blah blah, will move up. But without confirmation, the next zone you should be expecting market to touch is here. And this is a very clean zone because there is a massive fair value gap here. There is an inducement here. This is an inducement. There's an inducement here. So we have confirmation will buy, confirmation will buy. So this is A zone, this is B zone. So you wait and see how the momentum of the market flows. So but if market ends up, if market ends up playing their game and changing changing the structure by either taking out this, takes out this without reaching this, pushes up. So basically, the market takes out this. If it not reach this particular zone with the same move and comes back to mitigate to become efficient here, any supply zone we see here, we likely see that we are selling with it. So any other move we get will not be a confirmation that we are selling on 1 hour time frame. So I'll now look for it. So the market does not move and fill this zone as a straight move rather than pushing up and pushing down. It will be very hard for this zone to hold market. There might be a reaction here and there, but it will be hard for this zone to push market up. For example, if market comes back straight up and touches this zone without mitigating, without causing any efficient move at this zone, we should expect the market will push up to cause an efficient move here, at the same time keep on moving. But let's see how the market goes. Let's see how the pattern flows. So you have to always keep eye for confirmation. This is just what I feel for this pair. So I'll be getting one pair from someone here. Which pair do you want me to look at? So we'll look at that. You can unmute yourself. Is there any pair you want me to look at? Yeah, Kashmir, go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, please. I would like you to look at.
Hello?
I said, if it's possible, I would like you to look at EU.
EU, okay, thank you. Let's look at EU. EURUSD. So these are the major currencies. I hardly trade this page, but we'll look at them. So on daily, there's some major happening there. Market EU cleared all this liquidity here. It's currently consolidating within this zone. There is no clear picture on daily, so we have to go lower. Let's go to 4 hours. So after you cleared those liquidity there on daily, so we come to 4 hours. Major swing we are looking at in 4 hours is the last major break or short of 4 hours. So we are looking at two swings. So this is the swing high and this is the swing low. So you can see market has been basically consolidating within this swing, within this particular zone. So the last major event that happened, it was market grabbing liquidity from this particular swing high, as you can see here with this week. With this week, markets came, grabbed liquidity from this swing high, and started pushing down. So basically, that's what we will be working with. As liquidity has been taken from this swing high, we expect market to push down and grab liquidity from this swing low. Besides that, there are also some major liquidity zones here. So we'll be expecting EU to continue with the dropping. So let's just follow market structure and see if this confirms what I'm saying. So within this swing, we had this break of structure here within the swing zone. So this I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but for internal structures on higher time frame, I tend to consider week as a break of structure for internal structures. But for swing structures, I don't usually consider week as a break of structure. So we had a break of structure here. After this break of structure, what did market do? Market came back, used the low or the internal as an inducement and started buying from this demand zone. Basically, this is the whole low candle here is the demand zone. So you can see the move. You use this as an inducement. Use this as an inducement, then pushed up. We had a break. After this break, what are our internal zones, internal range? We have this. This is the swing, which is also a break of structure here. Then this is the swing low. So internally, these are the two major swings we're looking at. At the same time, you could see that market caused a break of structure here. This is a break of structure. This within the swing. After this break of structure, the wick took out the liquidity resting on the swing high. So this is within the internal swing, rather internal highs and low. So on a map, internally, this is a protected zone. Internally, on 4 hour, because there's a break of structure here. So if market is to continue with the internal bullish move to take out this high break, cause a major break of structure here, we should get a buy from this zone here. We should get a buy from these zones for market to continue moving up. But if market wants to align with the daily time frame overall trend, which is bearish trend, we should expect market to take out, like I said earlier, take out this, and take out this. Finally, then we'll continue bullish. So we have 1, 2, 3 pointers. But let's just continue with the trend and see. So what are the likely demand areas here that market might react to? Let's point it out. So we have a weak demand here. We have a weak demand here. So this is very weak demand. We could say it's a weak demand because if you look, you wouldn't be able to see any fair value gap, any gap at all, or any imbalance here. Every area is highly mitigated, so it's weak. If you see confirmation here, we are good to go. So let's go to 1 hour. In 1 hour, we have identified the possible demand zone on 4 hours that market might likely buy from. But in 1 hour, let's flow and see how the market was moving down when it took out liquidity from the swing high on daily. So after this liquidity grab, the ad market push up, but failed to take out this high. Rather, market came back, caused a break of structure to the downside here. After that, gave us a demand zone, which is mitigated with the wick here. Give us a supply zone rather, which is this particular week mitigated it before it kept on pushing down. So this ranging trend, we had another bearish break on 1 hour. So this is 1, 2 break. Now we got break. Sorry. Let's keep on going. Here's the last break we have. Then this. So you can see how the market is moving consolidatively, like following the pattern step by step. This alone should I don't know if you guys can see me. Okay, this alone should tell you that yeah, because of the way market is moving, flowing, that we might likely get a reaction from these demand areas here. So I came to 1 hour and I'm seeing a clearer demand zone because you can see that these ones are mitigated here. These ones are mitigated. The only one that is not mitigated is this demand, which is basically where the EU is at now on 1 hour. And you can see it has something we could call an inducement here. It's also engineered liquidity across this break of structure here. But remember, all these things are internal moves. All these things are internal moves here. Both this demand zone is an internal move. Overall, we are expecting a bearish move rather, not a bullish move. But if bullish move comes based on confirmation, we play it out. But overall, from daily or from 4 hours, you can see that this is the last break of structure. So we're expecting market, after market took out this swing high, to come down, take out this swing high, this swing low, retest, then the bearish move continues, but can be getting a little bullish move here and there. So this is a major demand, internal demand, 4 hours correlates with 1 hour. So you can see here. So the zones we are looking to get a confirmation is this high. Getting a confirmation on this high. For EU, should be expecting EU to break this high. When doing so, it should give us different confirmation patterns, either a major fair value gap here, an order block, or the rest for us to, or a flip zone, a good flip zone that is in line with fair value gap for us to buy and continue going. But the way the market is breaking here, there is no major drop, no major bearish drop. So I should be expecting this buy to happen. When London opens, London session opens, let's see how the market moves. But this buy, I'm waiting for this buy, but I would wait for a confirmation first. I'll wait for a confirmation. I can equally go to lower time frame and see if I would find a confirmation here. But I wouldn't be buying till London opens. If I go to my 15 minutes, I bet there is a confirmation already for this demand zone buy on 15 minutes. There's a demand zone here, 15 minutes. But like I said, I wouldn't buy till London opens. If London open, then I get that major confirmation I'm looking for. So on 1 hour, 1 hour rather, this would also be a good confirmation. On 5 minutes, you get a break. Wait for market to come here, break this high, retest, then I push up. So this is it on EU. Remember, this is not a financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. So do with this information as you please. So let's look at one psychology tip before we call it a day. Let's look at one psychology tip. So you should